Hey guys, what is up? KingRazzel here, and welcome to some news that came out the other day. Depending on when I get this up, it may have come out yesterday, it may have came out 2 days ago if I get this up on Sunday. But it is that Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon are coming out, and they are coming out later this year, holiday 2016, which is awesome. Great news for Pokemon fans. And they talked about this in the very short micro kind of Nintendo Direct that they had on the 26th. And yeah, that's pretty much, they had a trailer for it, and it was a very, very nondescript trailer towards the games, Sun and Moon. It was more like a generational trailer, kind of. It showed off all the different generations of Pokemon, of which there are 6. This will be the 7th. And then at the end of it, they had a little tiny kind of like development snippet. It reminded me of Star Wars Battlefront. I think they did something like that at E3, where they just showed like development on it. They didn't really go into gameplay, but they didn't show really any gameplay. I don't think they showed any gameplay at all for Sun and Moon, but we can assume that it's going to play very similar to X and Y. And it is very interesting that they are going, for the next Pokemon, that they're going with a whole new generation, because a lot of people speculated that it would be Pokemon Z, kind of like the third game for the generation of 6. So that's kind of interesting that they're going straight to Gen 7. I wonder if they will do Pokemon Z for Gen 6. I don't know. But like I said, they showed off all the different gens. They showed off red and blue, gold and silver, ruby and sapphire, diamond and pearl, I want to say. Or not diamond, yeah, diamond and pearl. But diamond and pearl, then what? Black and white, then X and Y, the final ones. But they showed off all those different games. They showed off kind of like gameplay elements that were in those games, trading and stuff like that. And that's pretty much all the trailer was. It really, like I said, it wasn't very much information about Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Those are kind of interesting names, by the way. But I'll talk about that in a second. They did show, like I said, they showed off some like development for it. And in that development, we kind of got a look at maybe 2 new Pokemon. They showed one that was a wireframe. And to me, it kind of looked like, I'll show it on the screen right now, but it kind of looked like a bird Pokemon. And it had like a water, or like a droplet-shaped head is what it looked like to me. So maybe like a water Pokemon right there is all I could think of for it. And then they showed the back of another Pokemon that looked like a bird as well. It may have been the same bird. I don't think it was, though. But they showed the back of that Pokemon, and that's pretty much all we got in terms of like models in the game, stuff like that. Actually, we got a tiny little snippet of a cutscene or something like that. They showed off a Pokemon Center, which looks a little bit different, and then they showed off like a water fountain, which was in front of a building with 2 posts, or what are they? Pillars, 2 pillars, and it kind of looked like a Pokemart, like a really big one, maybe like a Pokemall or something like that. But they showed that off, and then they talked a little bit about the game outside of the trailer. They said that there will be the game is going to be compatible with the Pokemon Bank app, and it will. If you guys have the Pokemon Bank app, I don't really know what that does. I'm pretty sure you can store your Pokemon in it and then take them out in different games, or it's a way to like keep Pokemon from one generation and then have them in the next generation. So you have like a kind of like your PC, but it's actually an app. I don't know, but that's what I think it is. And they were talking about red, blue, and yellow, since those 3 are coming out very soon. I think they came out today, maybe. But they were talking about how you can store Pokemon from that game in the Pokemon Bank and then take them out in Moon and Sun, which is very interesting and pretty awesome. And then they talked a little bit about language barriers. I don't really know what they were talking about here, because I mean, they were talking about, they have 2 different styles of Chinese now. They have traditional and simplified. That doesn't really mean anything to me. It may be good for you guys. I don't really know what they were going with there. I really didn't have any kind of language barrier that I can think of when I was playing X and Y, but they were talking about that, and that's pretty cool. And then also, they said something, that's pretty much all the information that we got about the game. It was a very short micro direct. It was very short, 6-7 minutes, and most of that was taken up by the trailer. They really didn't talk much about the game, but they just kind of showed the art for it. And then at the end of the trailer, the guy said it all comes together in this all-new Pokemon adventure, like the narrator of the trailer, which kind of, I may be reading too much into that line, but it kind of makes it sound like all the Pokemon games are coming together in this one. I don't know, like a connection between all of them. I don't know. That's kind of what it made it sound like to me. But that is pretty much all they said in the whole entire thing. They really didn't even have any I think they only had like that line of dialogue, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, that's pretty much all we know about the game thus far. I just thought it was really interesting news. Now I'm going to speculate a little bit on this. Based on the titles, I was looking up speculation for this. Really, nobody's saying anything about it. People are hoping, or people are thinking that it's going to tie back different generations, which makes sense because they are, I don't know if I said this, but they are celebrating 20 years of Pokemon. Pokemon apparently came out 20 years ago. I didn't look it up or anything, but they said it in the trailer that it came out 20 years ago on the 27th of February in Japan. Fire Red, or not Fire Red, the red version and the green version came out in Japan 20 years ago, 96, I guess. So they're celebrating that, so it would make sense if they could connect all the games together. I don't really know what they're going to do there. Like I said, they really didn't talk about it. But some speculation I'd like to point out is the titles being Moon and Sun. Reminds me of the night and day cycle from Gold and Silver. If you guys remember that, they had like you could only catch certain Pokemon at day or like in the morning, and then you could only catch certain Pokemon at night. I think that would be interesting for them to bring back because that aspect I don't think has been in at least any games that I've played. I didn't play Generation 3 is I think the only one I didn't play. I played all the other ones at least to a certain degree, but I didn't play Generation 3. But I think that that's what it sounds like to me they're going to be doing with the whole Sun and Moon thing, and I think that would be pretty cool to bring that back, because I don't think we've seen it since Gold and Silver, or Heart Gold and Soul Silver is what I really played a lot of, and they had that in there. But that's pretty much all that I can even speculate on this game, because they didn't show anything. They didn't show fucking anything, which sucks, but it's still very exciting. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any kind of like speculation that you guys have, because I like speculation. I'm interested in speculation. I like to know things about games, or I like to think of things about games, and I don't know, the hype train is one of the most interesting things about games, and it's very fun. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this. If you enjoyed it, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.